wait, everyone. Welcome to the City Council Personnel Committee. Today is Monday, February 18th. The time is 6:37. So according to the governor, we have 3 people on the committee. 1 will be remote, so Councilor Landers is in chambers as well as myself, and Councilor Doucette. Are you with us?
Oops. Yes, I am.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Alrighty, so there's 5 items on the agenda, so we'll get right to it. So starting with order number 21-18196, this is the reappointment of James Griffin to the Board of Health for a 3-year term to expire first Monday in February 2024. James, are you with us today?
I am with you.
Excellent.
Counselor.
How are you tonight?
No complaints. Very well.
Glad to hear it. So this is obviously a reappointment, so you've been on the Board of Health. Can you just give us a little, things have been pretty busy with you guys, I would assume, given the last current.
The department, I think, has done extremely well since this whole difficult period of time has started. And I think they really should be applauded. They've shown great professionalism. John has done a great job down there, and his whole team. I've been on the board for, I believe, almost 7 years. And the last year has been the most challenging for any number of reasons. And I'm very pleased that the mayor asked if I could stay on. It's a challenging time. I'm learning something new every day. It's a great team, and I'm very proud to be part of it.
Well, we're very pleased that you decided to get reappointed, given the situation and the workload that I'm sure you guys have to endure. I will open it up to questions from the committee.
Mr. Chairman.
If not, yes, Councilor Landers.
Well, Jim, we're actually very pleased that, you decided to come back for another 3-year term. I would think after the type of year you guys have probably had, it would have been a good chance to, get on the Recreation Commission or something like that, But you're right, though.
Healthcare is my field, Councilor Landers, and I'm very proud to be part of this board.
Right. And I hear nothing but good. I still, even though we shouldn't be out and about too much, but I do bump into people and I do get telephone calls, and they're quite pleased with the way things have gone. And it hasn't always been smooth because you got, vaccines that aren't coming when you hope they're coming, and you get problems that pop up. So I tell you, you and the whole board and the director, they do deserve that round of applause because it's not an easy task.
No, not at all.
I'm all set, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Chairman Dumas, it's Councilor Doucette.
Yes, Councilor Doucette.
Hi. Jim, I can't express my appreciation for the work you guys have done as far as addressing this pandemic. The situation is, has been a bit of chaotic, and you have brought some order to that with the systems that you've put in place. So I appreciate the chance for you to work again and continue working on this, because this is not an easy time for Board of Health, and appreciate you being there. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Councilor Doucette. I will open up to non-committee members. Going once, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just wanted to take the opportunity to thank Jim for his dedication to the board. As he said, he's been like a consistent voice on the board now for a number of years, and my go-to person when I do have questions other than about the Department of Health, but about the board level issues. So I want to thank Jim for agreeing to stay on. I also want to take the opportunity, we got a great board, and we have a new member hopefully starting tonight, but the office down there has obviously done a tremendous job, and I can't thank them enough for what they've been doing for the city of Marlborough. So with that, I wholeheartedly support Jim in his reappointment.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. If there's nothing further, we'll entertain a motion.
Mr. Chairman, with great pleasure, I make the motion to reappoint Jim Griffin to a 3-year term on the Board of Health.
Thank you, Councilor Landers, and I will second that. Is there any other questions or comments? Alrighty, so let's go to a roll call. Councilor Landers.
Councilor Landers votes yes.
Councilor Doucette.
Council Doucette votes yes.
And Councilor Dumas votes yes, so it's been approved 3-0. Thank you very much. Thank you again, Mr. Griffin. We appreciate the support and the commitment. And you are
Thank you.
you're free to enjoy your evening.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All righty, moving on to order number 21-100-8197. It's the appointment of Philip Short, also to the Board of Health for a 3-year term to expire the first Monday in February 2024. Hello, Mr. Short, how are you today?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. So we are new to the Board of Health, so if you want to give us a little background of who you are and why Board of Health.
I'm a local businessman. I run the Short and Row Funeral Home here in town. I've been here my whole life. Why Board of Health? Honestly, because Mayor Vigil asked me. Not something I know that I would have thought about. I have tried to give back to the community in different ways. My background as a funeral director, I do have a base knowledge of some kind of those types of things. And at this particular time, have a little more time on my hands now that my kids are a little older. So when he asked me, I think it would be a good time to give back.
I love it. I love the honesty. Well, we thank you for stepping up to the plate. Is there any questions from the committee? Going once? No? We'll open it up to Councilor Landers. Yes.
Well, here again, Mr. Chairman, I'm just pleased, Phil Short, that, a young person like yourself is willing to step forward and become part of an important, board that we have, the Health Board. We just talked about it with the previous candidate. So I really appreciate, and I think the city does, you stepping forward and being part of being on this board and making the commitment, the time. So I thank you, Phil.
Thank you. Looking forward to it.
Is there any non-committee council members that would like to say something or question? Oh, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First, I want to say, I want to thank Robin Williams for her time that she spent on the board. Over the last few years, we've had 3 dedicated medical people, and hopefully, we're seeing light at the end of the tunnel and get the majority of COVID behind us. And that's why I thought to reach out to someone. Phil, working through the funeral home, does deal with the health department. The health department does a lot of other things other than just COVID. It seems like for the last year, they've done nothing else, but I'm looking to get some diverse viewpoints in there moving forward into the future. I talked to Phil and know that we had actually someone in his business there a number of years ago, and I'm excited to have Phil join the board. So thank you, and I want to thank Robin again for all her time on the board.
You got it.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, Councilor Oram.
thank you. I'm sorry, my computer's making a few noises here. I hope it's not going over the air, but I wanted to thank both candidates, Phil for coming back, and obviously our previous board members staying with us. It's so important for Jim, and again, I want to thank them. Not an easy job. As they know, if they don't know, I come from the public health field. Always feel free to reach out. John's very capable and can handle that department, but again, feel free to reach out if they ever need to. And again, as the mayor just noted, many thanks to Robin Williams for her dedication to the department. I'm sure she's very busy right now in Framingham. We as a city council need to always watch the resources that are needed within that department, as we know from nursing. But this is not about that right now. That'll be at budget time. And I know the mayor will be very concerned and considerate about making sure that department has the appropriate resources. With that, thank you for joining. It's a team effort all around, and I look forward to working with you if you ever need to lean on me for any questions.
Thank you, Mark.
Mr. Chair, Councilor Perlman?
Yes, Counselor Pearlman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to echo some of the sentiments that were said and thank Robin Williams for her service, as well as congratulate Phil for taking on this new role. I know it's very exciting to be involved in the city, and as was mentioned, what a time to take a leadership role for our public health crisis, and we're really grateful for your service that you've already given to the community and what is to come. We know that is much appreciated from all of us, and also my appreciation to Jim for also staying on the board as well. And feel free to reach out to any of us as a resource, as Councilor Orr mentioned, and we're excited to have you on board. So thank you.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Then I will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve?
Thank you, Counselor Doucette. And I will second that. Any other comments, questions, concerns? We'll do a roll call. Counselor Landers?
I will make the motion to appoint Phil to his first 3-year term on the Board of Health.
Thank you, Counselor Landers. Counselor Doucette already made the motion, so we're just doing a roll call vote. Would you like to?
Councilor Landis votes yes.
Thank you. Counselor Doucette?
Counselor Doucette votes yes.
Thank you. And I will vote yes as well. Mr. Short, I just want to say thank you for stepping up to the plate. I know that you have a business here, and I know things are very difficult times, and it's nice and encouraging to see someone who is a resident jump into the fire, especially these difficult times. So we thank you.
Thank you very much.
You have a wonderful evening.
Thanks, you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Moving on to the order number 21-100, 8178. Appointment of Jonathan Steinberg to the Board of Assessors for a 3-year term of date of City Council confirmation. Mr. Steinberg, how are you tonight?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for being here. We should be thanking you. So it's a new appointment for you, so if you just want to give us a little background of who you are and why the Board of Assessors.
Sure, well, I am currently the Chief Assessor and Chairman of the Board in Westboro. I live here in the city. This is the first house I bought, maybe the only house I'll ever buy because moving is so terrible. But I'm pleased to be able to sort of follow in footsteps. I knew Tony Trudella from back when. I'm a real estate appraiser for the last 20 years, and some of the first appraisal courses I took were taught by Tony. So it was sort of a good intro and education in Marlborough, as he always spoke so highly of the city. And then when I shifted into the government side of things and went to work first in Hopkinton and then in Westboro, eventually becoming the chief assessor, it was a good, education and sort of building my years in the industry. I've now been the chief assessor there. This is entering into my 6th year. And now that Anthony has stepped down, it's an opportunity for me to give to the city where I live. I'm sometimes frustrated with volunteerism in Westboro, so when this opportunity came about, I felt the need to really step up and give back to my city and perhaps offer the expertise that I can bring to the table with an office that not many people know a lot about. So I'm looking forward to the opportunity.
Excellent. Well, thank you for that. And we'll open it up to the committee members. Any questions?
Counselor Dumas, it's Counselor Doucette.
Yes, Counselor Doucette.
Thank you very much. Thank you for volunteering, Jonathan. I mean, a small city like Marlborough, excuse me, survives on volunteers, and appreciate the effort and volunteering to do this. Are you going to resign from your Westboro responsibility?
No, I'm not. I mean, that's my full-time job. I do that full-time. Being the chair in that community is part of my responsibility as chief assessor there. It's somewhat common in the industry for people who work as an assessor in one community to sit on boards in other communities, provided that, sometimes there are communities where it's not a residency requirement. So you see a lot of volunteerism into other communities because it's such a specialized field. It's one of those things where, the particulars of the office of the assessor and some of the exemptions and intricacies of the Board of Assessors that they have to know and act on, it is a great opportunity to be able to bring that knowledge and expertise. So I guess that's a long way of answering, no, I'm not.
Okay. Thank you for the clarification. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Any other questions? Counselor Landers.
Mr. Chairman, just a couple comments. Welcome aboard. It's great to have someone with your experience, both Hopkinton and Westboro. I think it's like the health people. You're coming in at a busy time. I imagine the assessor's office, with the rebates and all kinds of stuff going on. People think, the houses are worth a lot less, except when they put them on the market to sell, they think it's a lot more. So you're coming in at a busy time. That office will be busy, and there'll be a lot of people that will be, looking for some type of rebates or work. So welcome aboard. I loved it when you mentioned our boy Tony, because he was an old Watertown boy. So I always had a soft spot in my heart. But he taught us all a lot. So welcome aboard, Jonathan.
Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Landers.
Mr. Chair?
Yes, Counselor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to recognize how fortunate the city of Marlborough is to have someone of Mr. Steinberg's credentials to step up and volunteer for the Board of Assessors. It really is extremely impressive to get a Board of Assessor at another town that lives in our community that's willing to step up and participate on the board. So, Mr. Steinberg, I read you through your resume. We are very fortunate. I look forward to having you on the Board of Assessors. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Counselor Arsling. Is there any other?
Counselor Dumas,
We'll go to-
Counselor Perlman.
We'll go to Counselor Perlman, and then we'll go to Counselor Irish. Counselor Perlman.
Thank you so much, and I just want to extend my also appreciation to Mr. Steinberg. I know we've come to know each other, and so appreciate you using your expertise to the city of Marlborough, and seeing how Tony served for over 40 years. I think that we're really excited when people want to get back to the city, and no commitments to 40 years, but we really appreciate you wanting to step up in this way and to use all of your vast experience in the other municipal communities in the area, and we're very fortunate to have you. So thank you so much for stepping up, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Perlman. Counselor Irish.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good evening, Jonathan. It's good to see you again. I had the pleasure of meeting you many years ago. You're very professional, very analytical skills. You're going to be perfect fit, a wonderful addition to the Board of Assessors. So thank you very much, and it's going to be a great addition. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Counselor Irish. And any last comments or questions?
Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Counselor Oro.
Thank you. I would like to echo everything that was just said. I'll make it quick. And Jonathan, it's nice to see, as John Irish also knows, Council Irish, we all come from Jonathan Irish, John Irish, you and myself, we all come from the municipal world. So you already have your feet wet. So I'm looking forward to having someone like you in there. And thank you for dedicating your time to do that. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor Oram. And we'll go over to Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is great because Jonathan, once he heard that Tony was stepping down after over 40 years of service on that board, he called and sent us a resume about getting on the board, and we were really excited to have him join. As he said, the number of professionals in that field that have the credentials as an assessor or an appraiser are so few. It's great when we can get someone like Jonathan on board. So we're really excited. We've got changes happening in that department, so he's going to be a great addition. So thank you, Excellent. Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And any last comments, questions for Mr. Steinberg? No? We'll open it up for a motion.
Motion to approve Jonathan Steinberg to the Board of Assessors for a 3-year term.
Thank you, Councilor Doucette, and I will second that. Is there any last discussion? We'll do a roll call. Councilor Landers.
Councilor Landers votes yes.
Councilor Doucette.
Councilor Doucette votes yes.
And obviously, Councilor Dumas votes yes as well. Alrighty, it's been approved 3-3. Thank you, Mr. Steinberg, and we're all excited for you to jump right in. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you, everyone, and be
Thank
well,
you.
and I look forward to working together.
Thank you.
Good night.
Alrighty, next item on the agenda is order number 21-100-8179, appointment of Shanisa Sampson to the Parks and Recreation Commission for a 3-year term for the date of the City Council confirmation. Thank you for your patience, Ms. Sampson. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. So just tell us a little bit about yourself and why Parks and Rec.
I'm currently the general manager of the extended stay in Westboro. I've worked in the hospitality field for about the last 10 years. I also coach at Advanced Math Academy as the part-time assistant coach. I've coached there for now going on, this will be my 5th year. I've coached alongside my longtime mentor, Mark Vital, who actually recommended me for this position. I think it's a great way for me to, serve my community and kind of be more involved in what's going on.
Thank you. So has the sports program of track and field continue at AMSA, or have they been delayed due to COVID?
So right now it's still kind of up in the air. As far as I know, we're looking to kick it off in April. But it's kind of been backwards and forwards for a little bit. But yeah, we're looking at April.
Sure. It was just curious. I think everything's kind of on hold. So we'll open it up to questions from the committee. There's none, then we'll open it up to actually the whole council. You said everything that we wanted to hear, so yeah. So we thank you for that. So we'll do, any last questions? I think, Roby, did you put your hand up? Councilor Roby, or no? Your mic is not on, so I can't hear if you want to speak.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you for reminding me to unmute myself. Always hard to do that. I guess I just want to echo some of the comments that were made from prior nominees about members of the community, especially young members of the community. I'm familiar with Shanisa. She graduated, or I'm not sure if she graduated the same year, but she went to Marlborough High School with her daughter. So I know how young she is. And I'm thrilled that she has the time and the energy. I know she has the energy to give to this position. So I certainly do support this nomination and wish her the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Roby. Is there anyone else? No? Mr. Mayor, no? Good? Yeah?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I can't say that I know Shanisha as much as I know some of the other candidates tonight, and she sent us our resume, and obviously, I think it would be a good fit for the Recreation Department. There is an opening down there. We're really excited to have her join the group. So thank you very much for volunteering your time.
All righty. If there's nothing else, I will entertain a motion.
Motion to approve the appointment of Shanisa Sampson to the Parks and Recreation Committee for a 3-year term.
Thank you, Councilor Doucette, and I will second that. Is there any further discussion? If not, then we'll do the roll call. Councilor Landers.
Councilor Landers votes yes.
Thank you. Councilor Doucette.
Councilor Doucette votes yes.
Thank you. And Councilor Dumas votes yes. Thank you, Ms. Shanisa Sampson. We appreciate it, and we're definitely interested to see your new perspective and youthful perspective on the Parks and Rec Commission. Go enjoy your evening, all righty?
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck with the track team.
Thanks.
All righty, moving lastly, order number 21-100-8177, the appointment of Krista Holme of Chief Procurement Officer for a 3-year term for City Council confirmation. How are you?
I am very well.
Good. We thank you for your patience. So, obviously, many of us know you, and we're excited about this transition. So, have we been working in that office or getting a little training already?
I'm still doing my current job.
Okay.
But certainly Beverly and I are working behind the scenes.
Sure.
Working hard, and she's giving me a lot of exposure, and we're doing a lot of collaboration on a lot of different areas right now.
Excellent. Well, we know how diligent you are with the planning board, and I know that will carry over to no matter what you do. So we'll open up to any committee members with questions or compliments, because I'm sure everyone will say some wonderful things about you. So yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Chairman Dumas, that's Councilor Doucette.
Yes, Councilor.
I'll start. So thank you very much, Krista, for all the work you've done to get the recommendation from Mr. DePercio, that love-hate relationship of seeing a talent person go away. I've seen that done many times in my career, and it's probably the best compliment that you can get. So And I think for the work that Beverly Sleeper's been doing for years, those are big shoes to fit in, and I think you're very competent to complete, fulfill her role. So I appreciate you coming up to bat and taking on these additional responsibilities. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Anyone else in the committee? If not, we will open up to non-committee members. Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Krista, congratulations. I mean, I've worked with you since Mayor Stevens' regime, and you've done quality work, timely work, and always have been extremely professional. So I thank you and look forward to working with you as the procurement officer. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Hassing.
Any council members that would like to say something?
Mr. Chair?
Yes, Councilor Oram.
I just want to say, I think Councilor Doucette said it perfectly, and when you get that recommendation from your direct supervisor, that speaks loud and clear. So I'm glad Krista's deciding to stay with us. I don't think she would have left, but I'm sure Tom DePercio's feeling a little different about it all, but you'll still be with us. I'm sure you can help them down there if they have questions, but thank you.
Well, I said I haven't really had an opportunity to express my appreciation for the staff and the quality group that I've been working with for the last 4.5 years here. It really is bittersweet to leave the engineering division and the DPW, because it's really a great team, and that's really what the city and working for the city is it's just a giant team effort. And it's no individual. We're all contributing in our own ways to the best of our abilities. And I really can't thank Tom enough here. He's been, just a great mentor here. And we have great leadership now in Sean Dival. And we just have a great staff. And I really look forward to going back to City Hall. I had a lot of great relationships. There's still, a lot of the staff that I worked with while in the mayor's office, and looking forward to establishing new relationships with other departments and working collaboratively. That's what I like to do is work with people. Sometimes procurement can probably seem like a little bit of a authority. But it really is a collaboration to really ensure the public trust. We are responsible for our taxpayer dollars, and it's not a responsibility that I take. So I really appreciate the opportunity, appreciate the vote of confidence that you've all given me. I would certainly be remiss without acknowledging Beverly Sleeper and her assistants. She is someone who I have admired from really my beginning days with the city. Her dedication and her work ethic is really, cannot be questioned. And she's just been very gracious in assisting me and being a real asset for the transition, and I really look forward to it. Thank you all. Thank you, Mayor, and look forward to it.
Is there any other counselors with questions? Counselor Perlman.
Thank you, Chair Dumas, and I just want to echo everyone's sentiments, Krista, and say how excited I am for you to take on this role. You've had such a positive personal demeanor and have been so professional, and I loved reading through Mr. DePercio's letter, reading through how he says you took on these new skills and taught them to yourself, and I think that's so admirable that you're constantly an avid learner, and that's definitely something we love to see in this city. So thank you for your service thus far, and we look forward to working with you in this new role, and I'm sure the engineering department will miss you, so thank you again.
We'll just be working with one another in a different capacity, so it's not goodbye, it's just a different opportunity in a different capacity.
Is there any other questions? If not, Mr. Mayor, I think you had something to say.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. So this wasn't all happy faces. I can tell you, anyone that Krista works with is not happy about this. The planning board is not happy, Chairman Femby's not happy, Tom DePercio and Sean Duvall is not excited, because they've worked with her and they know how good a worker she is. And this opportunity came up, and we need someone in that position that's gonna be professional, persuasive, follow through, a nudge once in a while. And I was, if some of you remember, I wasn't the hugest supporter of the procurement position as a counselor. I didn't realize how important it was until I got upstairs and realized the money that it saves the city, the legal fees that it keeps the city from spending, the lawsuits that could happen, the insurance issues. It's just an extremely important position that I've realized how important it is to the city, and that's why we had some good, really good candidates from the city that were hoping to stay with us and grow in the city. But I really wanted to try to find someone from within that could fill these shoes, and once Krista decided to put her application in, it was pretty easy to decide. So I want to welcome her to City Hall, and it'd be great to have you back here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Is there anyone else? Then I will entertain a motion.
Motion to appoint Krista Holme as Chief Procurement Officer for a 3-year term.
Thank you, Councilor Doucette, and I will second that. Is there any last discussion? No? I will actually say that being chair personnel, we actually reappointed Ms. Sleeper last year, and not being familiar with her role, just asking her what she did, and literally I was like, how are we ever going to replace this woman? And I was a little nervous because of the succession plan and, keeping the city running and everything that the mayor said. Seeing your name and the interaction that you and I had with the planning board, you're always responsive and respectful and kind, and I know that you have big shoes to fill, as we all know that, but I know that you will fill them, and we're very thankful for you to step up and continue the success and to learn and grow with the city. So having said that, we will do a roll call. Councilor Landers.
Councilor Landers votes yes.
Councilor Doucette.
Councilor Doucette votes yes.
Obviously, Councilor Dumas votes yes. So thank you for hanging in with us, and we wish you all the luck. All righty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Have a great night.
Good night, all.
All righty, that's it. 5 and done, and we will entertain a motion to be done.
Motion to approve, adjourn.
I have nothing to approve, but I will second that, and a roll call. Obviously, Councilor Landers.
Councilor Landers votes yes.
All righty, Councilor Doucette, do you approve this time? You got it. All righty, and as do I. So we adjourn at 7:10. Thank you, guys.